Come back. Now we'll see the new question. Configuring pod using host path volume for logging, and we need to explain security implications and alternatives. See, generally we have seen earlier to use volumes in different ways. Like we can use config maps and secrets as volumes, and EmptyDir also we can use. Likewise, we have host path also as an option. You can search for volumes and you can find like here like different ways types of volumes. Under this, if you go to host path, so you will find that this there is a warning here, security warning that maybe some credentials or something attacker uh, can use like so this is not a proper way to use as volumes inside the pod, but generally in the question they ask it to use it as a volume. So let's demonstrate that. And I inside that same volumes only, if you go down, they used an example of using host path as a volume. So you can use it as an example, removing the unwanted things like extra mount paths, extra no selector OS, all these things. And so that's what I just created a new uh, just a minute. Yeah, so this is how like a simple minimum pod where it uses the host path as a volume. And this is my path, and here the type is directory or create. In host paths, generally there are different types like directory or create, file or create. So directory is nothing but whatever you give the path here, that has to be there. Directory or create is it root directory should be there. Remaining directory, if it is subdirectory, if it is not there, it will create. If it is there, it will use that. Same goes for the files. This particular path should be there if it is of type file, and if it is of type file or create, that root should be there, and that file, if it is not there, it will create on its own. If it is there, it will take that same. So that's how it works. And if you I will take that edited YAML file for creating the pod, and let's use it. And pod.yaml, I'll just insert this. And if you see carefully, okay, mm, okay, if you see carefully here, the path might be there. And so let's first create this. And if you see get pod, this is in the creating status, it's in the running status. I just want to do describe pod, and okay, if you see this pod carefully, and this is running on the this is basically referring to node 01. Okay, so whatever you create in that particular volume which it refers to, that means this path is tied to a container, right? So whatever you do inside this container will should be referring to this path in this node. Okay, So let's SSH into node 01, and there is var, and there is log, and there is myapp. And so whenever I created a pod, it has spinned up and created this directory as well. Previously it was not there. Okay, so a directory or create works like that. And I'll just exit it, and I came back to control plane because I created pods here. So I'll just do exec hyphen it of pod, whatever the pod name is, login pod, right? So why does this not work? Exec pod is not supported anymore. Okay, why not? Hmm. So I'll just do exec hyphen it logging pod hyphen sh, and inside this I'll just go to the logs. This is a mount path we have given. Sorry, there is nothing here. I'll just use this command. If you see, I'll go back. I'm in the root folder. I'm doing that. So cat app.log application started. This has to be there in my, sorry, I should SSH it, I'm really sorry. So inside this, previously we are seeing, right, like there is nothing here. So in this path I want to go into this path, and see, it came. And yeah, so that's all. Whatever the data which is happening in this is mounted to here, and whatever the data which we edit here, like let's do again, like echo hello h1 dot uh, txt. So oh, my bad. So now if you see get parts, nothing here, so I have to exit, go to control plane and do this, and I'll be going to logs. So if you see cat h1.txt, hello came here. So that's how they both are sharing the memory. And this, you should be careful here when you're checking the path. It is tying to the node 01. So in that path only you have to verify whether the data is getting into that place. Okay, so that demonstrates the solution for this question. Thank you so much. Bye bye.